The evening in the small town of Sainte Marie was cold and damp. A pale fog drifted lazily down from the hills, wrapping the narrow stone streets, the faded street lamps, and the tall houses with their carved wooden balconies. The air smelled of wet leaves, iron, horses, and chimney smoke. Bells rang in the distance from the old cathedral as night slowly claimed the town. It was the year 1873, and it was here that a young woman named Eliza lived. She was the daughter of a once proud fabric merchant who had lost both his fortune and the woman he loved most, his wife. After that loss, he became a different man, silent, distant, broken. Everything he did now was for one purpose only: to secure a future that would not fall apart again. And that future, he believed, rested on Eliza's marriage. Eliza was raised in obedience. She learned how to sew, how to lower her eyes when spoken to, how to smile politely, even when her heart was breaking. But inside her lived a spirit that refused to be tamed. She read forbidden romance novels by candlelight. She walked alone by the river when no one was watching. And every night, through a small foggy window, she imagined a life that did not belong to Sainte Marie. Her heart did not seek safety. It sought truth. It sought love. And one quiet afternoon, she found it in the most unexpected place. His name was Henri, the son of a blacksmith who had died too young, leaving his boy to learn the weight of responsibility before learning the lightness of youth. Henri's hands were scarred and rough from years of work. His shoulders were strong from lifting iron. His back was bent from standing over fire since childhood. But his eyes were gentle. He had no education beyond what life taught him, no inheritance, no dreams that the world would consider important, except one: freedom. They met just outside the market, where noise ruled the streets and people rushed past without seeing one another. Eliza dropped a book as she stepped from the shop. Wind flipped its pages as it slid across the stone. Henri picked it up and held it out to her. Their fingers brushed, and in that single second, something inside them shifted. They spoke for only a moment that day, just enough time for her to thank him and for him to smile. But from that moment on, they searched for each other in every crowd. Their secret meetings became their only escape. By the river at dusk, when the water turned gold beneath the sky, in the abandoned garden, where ivy swallowed stone statues, in the broken gazebo, beyond the woods, where birds nested in the shattered roof beams. There, they whispered dreams that felt dangerous to even imagine. Henri spoke of building his own forge one day, a place that would belong to no master but himself. Eliza spoke of seeing the ocean, of breathing air that did not belong to her past. They laughed like children. They kissed like fugitives. They loved like they were already running out of time. But Sainte Marie watched everything, and so did Victor Renoir. Victor was the only son of the richest factory owner in the region. He was raised on power and reward. He learned early that money bends rules, and fear bends people. He dressed like a king and behaved like a conqueror. When he noticed Eliza, he did not see a woman. He saw possession. When he asked her father for permission to court her, the old man felt his fear dissolve into opportunity. Wealth could restore dignity. Wealth could silence shame. Eliza said no. Her father said she would learn to say yes. Victor's pride bled quietly that day. And pride, when wounded, is dangerous. When Victor discovered that Eliza was secretly meeting a blacksmith's son, his anger turned black with hatred. To him, Henri was not a rival. He was an insult. The confrontation came one night outside the forge. Fire burned behind Henri like a living wall of light. Sweat covered his face as Victor stepped from the shadows. "You know exactly who I am," Victor said. Henri met his stare. "I do. And you know exactly what I want." Henri's voice was steady. "She is not a thing to be taken." Victor laughed softly. "Everything is taken by someone." The challenge was inevitable. By morning, the town whispered of blood. When Eliza heard, she ran. She ran through rain, through mud, through fear. "I will leave with you," she begged. "Tonight, now, please." Henri held her like his heart was breaking open in his chest. "I will not let him hunt us forever," he whispered. "If you die," she cried, "my life ends with you." He pressed his last kiss against her trembling lips. "If I fall," he said, "you must live twice for both of us." Dawn came in white silence. 2 pistols, 2 men, 2 destinies. The second shot shattered the fog. Henri fell. When Eliza reached him, she screamed until her voice was gone. Victor walked away with blood on his soul. Eliza never spoke his name again. The gazebo became a grave of memories. The sea became her exile. And in Sainte Marie, love became a ghost. And even now, when fog falls upon the fields, they say you can still see 2 shadows meeting where one never returned. Period. Not alive, but never truly gone.